Are you bored? Yes, I mean you, and I mean right now. Are you bored because you've scrolled through your game library and nothing is recreating that excitement you once had for a game that you couldn't wait to find free time to play? If you find yourself in that exact situation, this video is for you. Let's dive into 5 games I'm excited about for 2023. Multiplayer fans, this one is for you. Sons of the Forest is set to release on all major platforms on February 23rd, 2023. Your goal is a simple one. You are deployed to rescue a millionaire off of an isolated island. Unfortunately, this island seems to be overrun with cultist, zombie-like creatures that are actively hunting you. From gameplay trailers, this game appears to be pretty well polished. If you are a sucker for survival games that include you being constantly pursued, this might pique your interest. I think most gamers will naturally associate Sons of the Forest to other games such as Green Hell and The Forest. And you'd be right to do so, as this game comes from the same developers as The Forest and actually acts as a sequel to the hit game. The game devs claim there'll be an entirely new experience, meaning new weapons, new enemies, new goals, but most media coverage links the two together in terms of the storyline. Could you play this game solo? Absolutely. But for me, the real fun with this game is sharing the dread with your friends. Friends. And the developers agree, which is why they're bringing back online co-op. I personally had a lot of fun playing the original, making memorial ziplines for every time one of my friends got taken by the cannibals, or making elaborate bases together and exiling our friends to the natural lands if they broke our unwritten code of survival. The real reason I think this game shines in multiplayer is because of its versatility. I don't know about you, but my friend group doesn't necessarily share all the same goals when it comes to gaming, and that makes it pretty difficult to select a game where everyone's going to be engaged and be having a good time. In a game like this, one friend could be progressing the storyline, while another goes exploring, the third is the mastermind architect who is constructing the best base possible, and finally your fourth friend could just be off hunting somewhere. There's something satisfying to do for everyone in this game, and that just leads to even more engagement in the game and longer playtime. This game will surely be on the wishlist when it's officially released in just a couple of months. Now for those of you who enjoy your 2D platformers, I've also got you covered with a game to get excited about in 2023. Although it is set to be released on PC and Xbox, this game specifically won an award at Gamescom for Most Wanted Microsoft Xbox Game. It actually beat out the upcoming release from the Dark Pictures anthology to win the award, which is a huge name in the horror game space. The game itself follows a detective that is able to manipulate the environment and enter portals that take him to a place called Limbo. The game devs say that Limbo is a place of decaying memories, and you search Limbo to find clues to your case and speak with the dead. However, you are not the only one who can enter Limbo. Demons, cultists, and monsters stand in your way as you try to solve your case. The combat in this game features ever-changing weapons and looks really satisfying. Anyone who's played a combat game can tell you that the attacks actually need to feel good when you throw them. Otherwise, you can feel quite disconnected from the game itself, so this game definitely passes that test. You can also upgrade your own character by receiving ability-enhancing tattoos as you progress through the storyline. You will have to wait just a little bit longer for this game as it is planning a Q2 release in 2023. How about a new city builder? A game from Slavic Magic called Manor Lords gives you the opportunity to start a thriving medieval village from scratch. Make sure you are the first and only ruler of your land by managing your resources very carefully. It appears as though this game will come with a couple of different options in terms of objectives. If you're looking for a little bit more of a relaxing style, you can select the Rise to Prosperity option and slowly build from the ground up. Looking for a little bit more of a challenge? There are game modes that will allow you to drop into an area that multiple rulers have laid claim to, and you either have to fight or negotiate your way to the top. This game is definitely for someone who likes the grind. You like allocating your resources and making sure that your upgrades to your villages aren't resulting in too many sacrifices in other areas. Although there is no specific release date for this game from what I could find, there was a playable demo released for a short time in October, which gives me hope that this game will be coming out shortly in 2023. You can also follow the devs' progress as they're pretty active on Twitter at Lords Manor. Those of you who crave a good scare, this one is for you. A team of 2 indie devs are creating a masterpiece of a game. This horror game is unique in the sense that it looks as if you are watching body cam footage from the deceased as you play the game. This game is called Paranormal Tales, and my brain immediately wants to compare it to the style of the Blair Witch Project. Either way, the devs are using Unreal Engine 5 to the best of its abilities, and the result is a super realistic looking game. The game devs are almost challenging you to give it a try if you think you're tough enough, as the only thing that they wrote for the release date is Wishlist if you dare. Jake Lucky reports that the game is expected to be ready in November of 2023, so definitely one you have to keep on your radar for a bit of time still, but you never know, they might be able to push out the game a bit sooner just in time for the Halloween season. Apparently, 83% of viewers stopped watching the trailer at the exact moment this jump scare occurred. And finally, it is time for our mystery category. This game isn't in the mystery category because it's unknown, but rather I don't know quite how to categorize it other than saying it looks like a lot of fun. So, anyone up for proving that you have the best style in the city? Bomb Rush Cyberfunk is all about showing off your flair and tagging territory as your own by landing your best combination of tricks and dance moves. This game kind of feels like the love child of Rocket Power, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, and Brink. And it's all about soul skating, baby.
Oh man, you guys see that? Soul skaters. I mean, together there's nothing we can't do. That's right, guys. Soul skaters. Yes. Right.
Although it appears that this game is a little bit of a sandbox game, the main objective is to up your reputation by showing off your skateboarding, biking, freestyling, and blading abilities. This will lead to you marking your ground and competing against other CPU crews for territory. You just know that this game is going to flow so nicely and have the best gamer soundtrack of the year. So keep an eye out for this one in the summer of 2023. That pretty much wraps up the video for today. Hopefully it's given you something to put on your wish list and look forward to as we turn the calendar year. Please like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things indie games, and check out my most recent video where I covered the Game Jam projects that went on to make millions of dollars in revenue. Alright, thanks everyone. This has been your inside look on the top 5 indie games for 2023.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wings.